Multiplying numbers by multiples of 10. Multiples of 10 are any numbers in the 10 times table. So what we're looking at in this video is how we can multiply any number by a number in the 10 times table. So for example, we're looking at how would we solve 4 times 50, for example, because 50 is a multiple of 10. Now we know that the number 50 is the same as saying 5 times 10. So an easy way to multiply 4 by 50 is to say, okay, I'm going to multiply 4 by 5 and then I'm going to multiply by 10. So I'm just breaking it down into an extra step. So 4 times 5 is 20, and then 20 times 10 is 200. So I know that 4 times 50 is 200. Let's look at another question. I'm going to have 60 times 7. Now remember, it doesn't matter which way round we write this. We can write 60 times 7 or we can write 7 times 60. It's exactly the same. Now we know that the number 60 is the same as saying 6 times 10. So instead of trying to do the whole thing at once, I can think to myself, right, I've got the 7, I'm going to times the 7 by 6, first of all, this part. And 7 times 6 is 42, and then I'm going to times it by this part, which is the 10. So I'm going to do 42 times 10, which is 420. So 60 times 7 is 420. So let's remind ourselves. Let's say, for example, I want to times something by 80. Now remember, that's exactly the same as timesing something by 8 and then timesing it by 10. If I want to times something by 30, for example, that's exactly the same as timesing by 3 and then timesing by 10. I can just split it up to make it a little bit easier. Okay, your turn to try some questions. So I'm going to give you some questions and you're going to pause the video, get yourself a pen and paper and you can jot down your answers. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. So 4 times 20 is 80, 50 times 3 is 150, 80 times 6 is 480, and 7 times 40 is 280. What about if I wanted to take that one step further? What about if I wanted to do 8 times 200? Now, well, I know that 200 is the same as doing 2 times 100. So if I wanted to do 8 times 200, I could do 8 times 2 and then times that by 100. So 8 times 2 is 16, and then I can times 16 by 100, and I know that that is 1,600. So 8 times 200 is 1,600. Let's try another one. Okay, this time I want to do 700 times by 4. Now I know that 700 is the same as 7 times 100. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my 4 and I'm going to times it by the 7. 4 times 7 is 28, and then I'm going to times that by 100. 28 times 100 is 2,800. So I know that 700 times 4 is 2,800. Your turn to try some questions. So same thing again, pause the video, have a look at the questions, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, how did you find those? Let's go through the answers. So 6 times 400 is 2,400. 300 times 5 is 1,500. 200 times 9 is 1,800. 7 times 500 is 3,500. And 8 times 800 is 6,400. Well done. Okay, a little bit of a challenge now. What about if I wanted to calculate 40 times by 50? What could I do here? Well, I can see that the number 40, I know that's the same as doing 4 times 10, and I know that 50 is the same as doing 5 times 10. So what I can do here, I can think to myself, right, well, why make it easy for myself? Let's do 4 times 5. Well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, and then I need to times it by 10. 20 times by 10 is 200, and then I need to times it by 10 again. 200 times by 10 is 2000. So I've worked out that 40 times 50 is 2000, and that's just by breaking it down step by step and making sure that we've used all the parts of the number. Let's try another one. Let's do 60 times 30. So I'm going to think to myself, well, 60 is the same as 6 times 10, and 30 is the same as 3 times 10. So let's break it down. I can do the 6 times the 3, which is 18. Then I can times that by 10, which is 180. And then I can times that by 10, which makes 1,800. So 60 times 30 is 1,800. Okay, your turn to try a few, and then you can pause the video and have a try. So don't forget, if you've got a tens number and a tens number, you're going to have to multiply by 10 and then multiply by 10 again. Don't forget those 2 stages. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. 40 times 20 is 800. 30 times 80 is 2,400. 90 times 20 is 1,800. And 50 times 70 is 3,500. Well done.